everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nikita Sharma and I share videos related to art, craft, sketches, poetries, paintings, murals and much more. Almost everything I love. So in today's video I will be telling you that how I made this sketch. This is the sketch which I made for one of my friend, and in today's video I will be telling you from starting to end that how I started this drawing and how I completed this, so you can learn and you can make the one you want. So I am using a grid method to make this type of drawings. You can use another method as well, but in today's video I will be using that only to tell you that how I made this. So let's start with the video. So first let's talk about the material I am using. These are the Faber-Castell pencils that I am using to shade this drawing. I bought this pack for ₹50. You can buy this from any stationery shop near you easily, or you can order it online. I will give the link in description. Next I am using these blenders or mixing stumps to mix the shaded area, and this mono eraser which I bought for ₹20. So you see, all the material I am using is easily available in the market and you can buy it from anywhere or order it online. Another thing we are using is this tissue paper. You can use any tissue paper available with you, or even use your fingers if needed. So let's talk about paper. I am using A4 size ivory sheet, and a ruler is to make the grid on it, just for that. So you can use any scale and any paper available with you. This is Apsara eraser. I bought it for ₹5. Feel free to use any eraser that you have. So the idea is to make the sketch using easily available and affordable material. So here's a lucky man whom we are going to draw today. I used an app called Drawing Grid which I installed from Play Store. You can install it and use it. Well, for your information, this video is not sponsored and that's my opinion. I use it. You can use another app if you want. Just make sure that all the boxes in your grid are square boxes so that it will be easy to make them on the paper, and then start making it on the paper using scale and pencil. I am making a 10 by 10 grid according to the grid which my app made. You can use the app and make the grid according to your requirements and your picture. It is your reference image. So with this we are done with making grid, and now it's time to make the portrait. I am going to use this 2B pencil to make the outline of this drawing, but you can use the lead pencil as well. I feel that it is easy to draw with lead pencil as it does not smudge easily. You can use a 0.5 lead pencil. Observe your reference image properly and make sure that you draw everything in correct box, because that's what that make it look proportionate at the end. You don't need to draw all the details in starting, but you should draw enough details so that you can understand where you have to shade and where not. I feel that making lips and teeth is the most difficult part of this drawing, because that's the different expression that you have to show in the drawing. So take care of the boxes properly and draw it by observing the reference image properly. Now let's start shading the eyes first. I am starting with 6B pencil to make this dark area. Make sure that you keep a paper below your hand so that you don't smudge other areas. Using blenders to smudge the shaded area or to mix the shaded area is very important, because that's what make it realistic. Make sure that you observe every single detail from the picture and shade accordingly. The light and shadow is something that needs to be taken care properly, and that's the magic. That's what creates the magic at the end. Now using 2B pencil to make these pores of the skin and the scars on the face. Observe the motion of my pencil properly so that you can move your pencil in the same way to create these scars or the wrinkles on the face if you are drawing an old face. As this is the face of a boxer, I think these are scars only, so that's why I'm calling it that. Smudging these lines properly or mixing them properly and creating highlights using eraser is very important to make it realistic. Everyone have different skin texture, so we cannot use same method for every drawing, but knowing this technique really helps you a lot. Now to shade the eyebrows, I am using a 4B and a 6B pencil. So first I am using a 4B pencil to make the eyebrows. Make sure that you make every strand of hair properly and observe the shape of the eyebrow from the reference image and keep making it according to the grid. So after this I am going to use paper stump or mixing blenders to blend these strands of hairs into each other so that they do not look different from each other. After that, use a 6B pencil to make the darker areas darker, and this is how it is made. Similarly, I made the another eye as well. So now it's time to shade the nose. For this I will be using two pencils, that is 2B pencil and a 4B pencil. Make sure that you keep paper below your hand so that you do not smudge other parts of your drawing. Start by adding the first layer using 2B pencil over the area of nose. Make sure that you observe the reference image correctly and start shading the darker areas first. So after adding the first layer, it's time to blend the shaded area. We are going to use the tissue paper for this. Roll the tissue paper on your finger and start mixing the layers properly. Make sure that every part is completely mixed into another and does not look like a different area. After this, I am using a 4B pencil to make the darker areas. This will help you to add depth in your face and will make it look more realistic. Do not forget to sharpen your pencil whenever and wherever required. Your lead should be sharp enough to shade the area whichever you want. I am observing the reference image properly and highlighting all the dark areas. Make sure that you do not forget to make the pores of the skin. To make that, follow the procedure that I am using by making small dots and then smudging it on the another parts of the nose, so that the pores do not look different spots but will look as a part of the skin only. Remember that blenders are your best friends, and mixing these pores and all the textures of the skin will make the skin look realistic. Move your mixing stumps or blenders in a circular motion to mix these lines or the shaded area properly. Make these small pores on the nose to make it more realistic using a 4B pencil. Also use mono eraser to make the highlights of the nose. Light and shadow plays a very important role to make something realistic or 3D. Move your 2B pencil in circular motion to make the skin texture. Observe the reference image properly and make all the scars or these pores of the skin properly using light and shadow by making something dark and others light. Do not forget to mix all these shaded areas using tissue paper or blenders because that's what make it realistic. Use mono eraser wherever required to make the highlights of the face and the pores. I am using a 2B pencil to make the dark areas darker and mono eraser to create highlights at some point, then using blenders to mix all these shades into one another so that it does not look different from each other and will look at as a texture of the face by mixing into each other. After this we are coming to moustaches. For this first I will shade the dark area so that I know that where that has to be made, and I am doing that using a 4B pencil. Start making the moustaches using 4B pencil by making every strand of hair in the same way in which we made the eyebrows. Observe the reference image properly and make these hair strands accordingly. Use mono eraser to create the highlights between the moustaches. And as always, don't forget to blend these hairs. And now it's time to make that bad boy smile. Using 2B pencil, shading the upper lip first and then adding the first layer to other parts of the lips. Now putting more pressure on the pencil to make the dark areas of the lips to highlight the teeth. Use blenders to blend wherever required. After that crazy smile, it's time to make the chin. Follow same steps, make dark area using pencil, blend it using blenders, use eraser wherever required. And observe the reference image properly and make those little beard hairs. You can use 8B pencil for this and 6B will also work. Blending is the most important part, so don't miss it out. Use darker pencil, that is 10B or 8B, to create these highlights. Now let's move to forehead. Follow the same procedure. Use 2B pencil to shade the first layer. Start by shading the darker areas by observing your reference image and then blend it all. Add the second and the darker layer to make the dark areas darker and then blend it also. Use your pencil, make scars, pores and wrinkles on the skin and blend them also to make it look like the part of the skin. That's what makes the skin look realistic. Make highlights using eraser wherever required. You can also make small pores using this eraser. Keep following the same procedure till you get the required or the desired results. Make ears in the same way by adding a darker layer inside the ear, because that's where the shadow of the outer part of the ear falls. Use mono eraser to highlight the area where the light is falling. And with this we are done with the upper area. Now it's time to shade the neck. Now I am adding the first layer using 2B pencil on the neck. Blending it using tissue paper. Adding second layer, which is darker, to create highlights. Shade clothes by observing the reference image. I am using 8B pencil for this. Blend it properly and use mono eraser to create highlights as always. For creating hairs, I am using a soft charcoal pencil. Just outline the hairs and then blend it. Make each strand of the hair properly and then mix them. Now I am using charcoal stick to create the black background. I got this charcoal stick for ₹20. It is of camelin. erasing the lines and making this area white. And it's done. So this was today's video in which I taught you how to make this man, and here's what we made. So hope you liked today's video. If yes, please do like, share and subscribe the channel. It took me a lot of time to make this and edit this video, so make sure that you subscribe it. So till then, bye bye, take care and keep watching Artist Expression for more such videos. Thank you so much.